Genesis chapter 27. Vayahiyakida qen Yishak, and it was as Yishak was old. Watikahana enau merot, and his eyes were dim from to see. Wayikrah ed Esau benu Hagadol, and he called his son Esau, his big son. Wayomer Helau beni, and he said to him, my son. Wayomer Helau hineni, and he said to him, behold me. Wayomer, and he said, hinne nahdaqanti, behold now, I am old. Lo yada'ati yom moti, I have not known the day of my dying. Wa'ata shahna cheleka, teleyaka waqashateka. And now, lift now thy weapons, thy tools, thy vessels, thy quiver and thy bow. Washeh hashad with udali ta'id, and hunt, and go out in the field and hunt for me hunting or venison, game. Wa'asheli mat'amim katrahabti wahabiyali, and effectuate for me tasty hunted meat like what I love, and bring thou to me. Wahokela, and I would eat. Ba'avur tabarakaka nafshi, so that my soul might bless thee. Biter mahamut, whilst yet I am not dead, or whilst still I am, and I die. Rivka shoma'at, and Rivka was hearing, B'dabir Yishak, in Yishak's wording, El Esau b'nu, to Esau his son. Vayelech Esau hashad, and Esau went to the field. Lathud tzayid lahavi, to hunt venison for to bring. وربقى مرا Yaakov benah le'amor, and Rivka said to Yaakov her son, saying, Hinne shama'ati et havika medaber hel Esau achika le'amor. Behold, I have heard thy father wording to Esau thy brother, saying, Habiha li tzayid wa'ashe li mat'amim wokela. Bring thou for me hunted meat, and effectuate for me delicacies of hunted meat, and I would eat. Wahavarkaka lifnei Yahweh lifnei moti, and I would bless thee before Yahweh, before my dying. Wa'ata bani shema' b'qoli, and now, my son, listen thou in my voice. La tarahani mitzawa otak, to what I am commanding thee. Lechna el hathon, go thou now to the flock. Qahli mitham Thanegadaye Izim Tobim, and take for me from there 2 goatlings of the goats, good ones. Wa'asha otam mat'amim lahabika katrahib, and I would effectuate them as tasty delicacies of hunted meat for thy father, like what he loves. Wehebeta lahabika wakal, and thou shalt bring to thy father, and he shall eat. Ba'avur atar yavarrakaka lifne moto, so that he might bless thee before his death. Wayomer Yaakov, and Yaakov said, El Rivka himmo, to Rivka his mother, Hen Esau achiu hishair, Wanochi shahalak. Behold, Esau, my brother, is a man of hair, and I a man of smoothness. Ulai Yamusheni Avi. Perhaps my brother would feel me. Wahayiti ve'enau kimta'ate, and I would be in his eyes like a trickster. Waheveti alaik alala waloh baraka, and I would bring upon me a belittling and not a blessing. Watomer lohimo alai ilataka bani, and she said to him, his mother said to him, upon me thy belittling be, my son. Akhshma abqoli wilek qahli, only listen now, listen thou, and by my voice, and go thou, take thou for me. Wayelek wayiqah, and he went and he took. Wayave lehimo, and he brought to his mother. Wata'asha immo mat'amim. Katraha hevahiv, and she and his mother effectuated tasty delicacies as of hunted meat, like what his father loved. Watiqahribqa et bigde Esau benah hagadol hahamudot, and Rivka took the clothing of Esau her son, her big son, those good clothes, those delightful clothes, which were with her in the house. وَتَلْبَشَ et Yaakov benah hakaton, and she clothed Yaakov her son, her younger son. ואת אורות גדיי העזים הלבישה על ידיו, and the skins of the goatlings of the goats she clothed upon his hands, وعلى حلقة ثورايو, and upon the smoothness of his necks. وتتن את המטעמים ואת הלחם אתרעשתה, and she gave the tasty delicacies and the bread which she had made, ביד יעקב בנה, into the hand of Yaakov her son. Wayavo helahavi wayomerahavi. And he came to his father, and he said, My father, wayomerahineni, hineni, mihatabani. And he said, Behold me. Who art thou, my son? Wayomer Yaakov Elahaviu. And Jacob said to his father, Anoki Esau Bekoraka. I am Esau thy firstborn. Ashiti Katra Dibarata Helai. I have effectuated like which thou hast commanded to me. Umnash Thava Wakala Misedi Ba'avur Tavarakani Napshaka. Arise now, sit, and eat thou from my hunted, so that thy soul mayest bless me. Thy soul may bless me. Wayomer Yishhak Elabano. And Yitzhak said to his son, Mahadha miharta limtoh bani. What is this thou hast hurried to find, my son? Wayomer, ki hikrah Yahweh Eloheka lefanai. And he said, As Yahweh thy God hath made it happen before my face. And surely I got it not from the flock. Wayomer Yitzhak el Yaakov. And Yitzhak said to Yaakov, Geshana wahamu shakabani. Draw thou near now, and I would feel thee, my son. Hata the beni Esau imalo. Is it that thou art this one? That thou this one art my son, art my son Esau, or not? Wayigash Yaakov el Yitzhak haviu, Wayamushehu. And Yaakov drew near to his father Yitzhak, and he felt him. Wayomer Hakol Kol Yaakov Wahayadaim Yede Esau. And he said, The voice is the voice of Yaakov, and the hands of Esau. Velo hikiro ki hayu yadai ki de Esau achiu she'irot. And he did not recognize him, for his hands were like the hands of Esau his brother, hairy ones. Wayavarkehu, and he blessed him. Wayomer ata the beni Esau, and he said, Thou art this one, my son Esau. Wayomer ani, and he said, I am. Wayomer haggi shali wahokala mised beni lemagna tavaraka napshi. And he said, Draw thou near to me. Bring thou near to me, and I would eat from the hunted thing of my son, so that I might bless thee, so that my soul might bless thee. Wayageshlo wayokal Waya Behelo Yain, Wayeshet. And he brought to him, and he ate. And he brought to him wine, and he drank. Wayomer Helai Yishak Abiu. And he said to him, Yitzhak, his father, said to him, Geshana Ushakali Veni, draw thou near and kiss me, my son. Wayigash Wayishakalo, and he drew near and he kissed to him. Wayarah etareh begadai wayavarakahu, and he smelt the smell of his garments, and he blessed him. Wayomer reh beni, kereh shad atar berako Yahweh. And he said, Look, the smell of my son, like the smell of a field, which Yahweh hath blessed it. V'yiten leka ha-Elohim mit al hashamayim v'mishamane haaretz v'rov dagan v'tirosh, and let the God give for thee from the dew of the skies, and from the fatnesses of the earth, and abundance of grain and new wine. Ya'buduka ammim wa yishtahawu laka lahumim. Let peoples serve thee, and let nations bow down to thee. Huwegebir le'acheka. Be thou a great one, a lord to thy brothers. V'yishtahawu leka b'nei imeka. And let the sons of thy mother bow down to thee. Orereka harur. Thy cursers, I curse. Thy curses, let them be cursed. Umabarakeka Baruch, and blessed be thy blessers. Wayahiyaka athar killa Yishak levaraka et Yaakov. And it was like when Yitzhak finished for to bless Yaakov. Wayahi akayasho yashah Yaakov met pene Yitzhak habiu. And it was, nevertheless, as Yaakov going out was gone out from with the faces of Yitzhak his father. Esau Achiu Mithedo, and Esau his brother came from his hunting. Wayashagamahu mat'amim, Wayaveh, and he effectuated also tasty delicacies of hunted meat, and he brought to his father. Wayomer lahabi, Yakum habi, Wayokal method beno. And he said to his father, Let my father arise, and let him eat from the hunting of his son. Ba'avur tabarakani napshaka, so that thy soul mayest bless me. Thy soul may bless me. Wayomer lo Yishak abiu mihata. And Yishak his father said to him, Who art thou? Wayomer Ani binaka bekoraka Esau. And he said, I and thy son, thy firstborn son, Esau. Wayehrad Yishak Harada Gadola Adamod. Wayomer Mihepohu Hathad Said Wayaveli Waho Kalamikol Betermatabo Wahabarakahu Gamabaruk Yihya. And Yishak trembled, a great trembling unto intensity. And he said, Who therefore is he, the one hunting, and he brought to me, and I ate from all, whilst yet before thou camest, and I blessed him, also he shall be blessed. Kishimo Esau et the Divrei. As Esau's hearing of the words of his father, وَيِتَّعَاقَ تَعَاقَ Gedola وَمَرَّ Adamod, and he let out a great cry, a great and bitter cry, unto intensity. وَيُمَرْ لَهَابِي Barakeni Gamahani Habi. And he said to his father, Bless thou me also, me, my father. Wayomer bahachika b'mirama wayikah birkatecha. And he said, Thy brother came in deception, and he took thy blessing. Wayomer hakikara shemo Yaakov. And he said, Is it thus his name is called Yaakov? Wayakabeni the Pa'amayim, and he hath grabbed my heel this 2 times. Et Bekorati Laqah, my right of firstborn he took. Wahine Atta Laqah Birkati. And behold, now he took my blessing. Wayomar Halo Alata Baraka. And he said, Is it that thou hast not withheld also for me a blessing? Wayarna Yitzhak Wayomer Esau. And Yitzhak responded, and he said to Esau, Hen Gebir Shamati Ulach. Behold, a lord I have set him. I have set him a lord for thee. Ve'etkol echayu natati lo la'avadim. And all his brothers I have given to him for servants. With Agana, with the Rosh, Samachatiu, and I have supported him, grain and new wine. Ulaka epo, maha eshe, veni. And for thee, what then? I would effectuate, my son. Wayomer Esau elahabiu. And Esau said to his father, Habaraka ahata he halakabi. Is it that one blessing it is for thee, my father? Barakeni gamahani habi. Bless me also, me, my father. וישע Esau קולו, ויבך. And Esau lifted up his voice, and he wept. ויגן ישחק אביו, ויאמר אליו. And Yishak responded. Yishak, his father, responded, and he said to him, Hine mishmane haaretz yehye mothabeka, umit al hashamayim me'al. And he said to him, Behold, from the fatness of the earth shall be thy dwelling, and from the dew of the skies from above. وَعَلَى حَرْبِكَ تِحْيَا, and upon thy sword thou shalt live. وَإِتَ أَخِيكَ تَعْبُدْ, and thy brother thou shalt serve. وَهَيَاكَ تَرْتَارِيد, وَفَرَقْتَ عُلُّ مِعَ الْأَوْهَارِكَ. And it shall be as thou, when thou becometh restless, when thou becomest restless, thou shalt pluck his yoke, thou shalt tear off his yoke from upon thy neck. וישתום עשו את יעקב על הברכה אשר ברכו אביו. And Esau was at enmity with Jacob on account of the blessing which his father blessed him. ויאמר Esau בלבו, and Esau said in his heart, يقربوا يمي أبل أبي. The days of the mourning of my father draw near. وأحرق at Yaakov أخي, and I would kill Yaakov my brother. ويجدل ربقا at دبر عيسو بناه هجادول, and the words of Esau, her son, her great son, her big son, were narrated or told to Rivka. وتشلح وتقره ليعقوب بناه حقاتون. And she sent and she called to Jacob her little son. ויאמר אליו, and she said to him, הנה עשו אחיך מתנחם לך להורגך. And she said to him, Behold, Esau thy brother is comforting himself about thee to kill thee. وَأَتَّى بَنِي شِمَعَ بِقَوْلِي, and now my son, listen thou into my voice. وَقُمْ بِرَحْلِكَ إِلَى لَابَانَ أَخِي حَرَّانَ, and arise, flee thou for thyself to Laban thy brother, to Haran. وَيَثَبْتَ إِمُّ يَمِيمْ أَحَادِيمْ, and thou shalt sit with him, dwell with him a few days, oneness of days. أَثْرَتَاثُبْ هَمَتْ أَخِيكَ, until when the wrath of thy brother should return or turn away. أَدْثُبْ أَفْ أَخِيكَ مِمَّكَ, until the provocation of thy brother, the anger of thy brother, should turn from thee. وَشَاكَهْ et Utter ashita law, and he forget what thou hast effectuated for him, to him. Washalahati ulqahati kamitham, and I would send, and I would take thee from there. Lam eshkal gamathanekum yom ehad. For what should I be bereaved also of the two of you in one day? وَتُهْمَرَ رِبْقَى إِلْيِشْحَاقَ قَثَّتِي بِحَيَّي مِبْنِي بِنُوتَ حِتْ. And Rivka said to Yishhak, I am grieved in my life from before the daughters of Het. Imelok Yaakov Itha mibnot Het Kael mibnot Harsh Lamahli Hayim. If Yaakov is taking a woman from the daughters of Het like these, from the daughters of the land, for what is life to me?